long before he became a baseball legend. Hank Aaron was just a young boy, growing up in poverty in Mobile, Alabama. Life wasn't easy. His family worked hard every day just to get by. During that time, segregation, limited opportunities for African Americans, making the road to success even more difficult. But Hank had one dream. He wanted to play baseball. Without expensive equipment, he practiced with homemade bats and whatever he could find. Every swing made him better. Every challenge made him stronger. His remarkable talent soon caught the attention of local coaches, and before long, he earned the chance to play in the Negro Leagues. There, Hank proved he belonged among the best young players in the country. His consistency, powerful hitting, and calm attitude impressed Major League scouts. Soon, he signed his first professional contract. The dream that once seemed impossible was becoming reality. When Hank made his Major League debut, he faced enormous pressure, but he didn't let the moment overwhelm him. Game after game, he improved. Season after season, his numbers continued to rise. Fans admired his powerful swing. Teammates respected his work ethic, and opponents knew he could change a game with one swing of the bat. As the years passed, Hank Aaron became one of baseball's greatest hitters. He collected all-star selections, won awards, and helped his team achieve success. But something even bigger was happening. With every home run, he moved closer to one of the most legendary records in sports history. A record held by the great Babe Ruth. Many believed Ruth's record of 714 home runs would never be broken. Yet Hank Aaron kept hitting one home run after another. The closer he came to history, the greater the pressure became. And soon, the pursuit of one record would change his life forever. As Hank Aaron moved closer to Babe Ruth's legendary record, baseball history was about to change. But instead of only receiving applause, Hank faced something far darker. Because he was an African American player chasing one of the sport's most famous records. He received thousands of hateful letters and death threats. Some people wanted him to fail. Others didn't want history to change. 4 months, Hank lived under constant security. Yet he refused to let fear control his life. He chose to answer hatred with dignity. He let his performance speak louder than the voices trying to stop him. On April 4th, 1974, Hank Aaron hit his 714th home run, tying Babe Ruth's long-standing record. The entire baseball world waited for the next game. Then came April 8th, 1974. More than 53,000 fans packed the stadium, while millions watched on television. The tension was unforgettable. In the 4th inning, the pitcher delivered the ball. Hank swung. The crack of the bat echoed through the stadium. The baseball soared over the left field fence. Home run, number 75. History had been made. The crowd exploded with excitement. As Hank rounded the bases, 2 young fans ran onto the field to congratulate him in one of baseball's most iconic moments. After touching home plate, he was surrounded by teammates, family, and fans. A record that had stood for decades had finally been broken. But Hank Aaron's greatest achievement wasn't just the numbers, 715. It was the courage he showed while carrying the weight of enormous pressure, racism, and public scrutiny. He finished his remarkable career with 755 home runs, a record that stood for more than 3 decades. In recognition of his extraordinary career, Hank Aaron was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1982. Even after retirement, he continued helping young athletes and working to make baseball more inclusive. When Hank Aaron passed away in 2021, Tributes poured in from around the world. Players, fans, presidents, and people who had never even watched a baseball game. Because his story had become larger than sports. Hank Aaron proved that true greatness isn't just about breaking records. It's about breaking barriers. It's about standing tall when the world tells you to step back. And it's about leaving behind a legacy that inspires generations to dream bigger, work harder, and never let hatred define who they become. Asterisk, asterisk. That's why Hank Aaron will always be remembered as one of the greatest players and one of the greatest people in baseball history. Asterisk, asterisk. Hank Aaron's pursuit of greatness also reshaped the conversation around race and opportunity in professional sports. At a time when America was still deeply divided, his rise to the top of baseball challenged long-standing barriers. He became a symbol of progress, showing that talent and determination could not be limited by prejudice or background. Many black athletes who followed him often spoke about how Hank Aaron opened doors they once thought were permanently closed. His success made it easier for future generations to believe they belonged on the biggest stage. Even as he broke records, Hank never used his fame for attention or controversy. He remained steady, focused, and consistent, qualities that earned him respect from teammates, opponents, and even critics. He understood that every swing of the bat carried meaning beyond the game itself. For him, excellence was not just personal achievement, it was a responsibility. After his playing days, Hank Aaron continued to serve as a powerful voice in baseball leadership. He worked in front offices, supported community development programs, and remained active in efforts to improve opportunities for young players from underrepresented backgrounds. His presence in the sport reminded everyone that change does not end with one historic moment, it continues through action over time. As decades passed, Hank Aaron's 715th home run remained one of the most replayed and celebrated moments in sports history. But what stood out even more was the way he carried himself through pressure, fear, and hostility without ever losing his composure. In many ways, his legacy became a lesson in resilience. It showed that greatness is not only measured in records broken, but in dignity maintained when facing adversity. Today, Hank Aaron is remembered not just as a baseball legend, but as a figure who helped redefine what courage looks like in professional sports. His story continues to inspire athletes across every level of competition, reminding them that true greatness is built through consistency, character, and the strength to endure when the world is watching. Even years after his retirement, Hank Aaron's influence continued to grow. His name became a standard for excellence, not only in baseball, but in all of sports. Every time a young player stepped up under pressure, his story served as a reminder that greatness is built through patience, discipline, and quiet strength. Hank Aaron didn't just change the record books. He changed what people believed was possible. His legacy still inspires generations.